By the evening, a small crowd had gathered outside Nkechi's kitchen. Some were there out of curiosity, while others came to confront Nkechi directly. They shouted questions and accusations, their voices growing louder as the hours passed. Nkechi, come out! We need answers! Is it true you have been using dirty water to cook? No wonder my children were sick last month. Inside the restaurant, Nkechi felt trapped. She peeked through the window and saw the crowd. Whispers of anger reached her ears, and she knew she couldn't hide forever. Ada approached her cautiously. Madam, maybe you should talk to them, she suggested. Nkechi shook her head. What will I say? They already made up their mind. As the noise outside grew louder, Nkechi realized she had two choices: deny everything and hope the storm passed, or take responsibility for her actions. The latter option terrified her, but deep down she knew it was the only way forward. Taking a deep breath, Nkechi stepped outside. The crowd quieted as she emerged, their eyes fixed on her. I knew you are all angry, Nkechi said, her voice trembling, and you have every right to be. What you have seen, what Chibondo had exposed is true. A murmur ran through the crowd. Nkechi continued, her eyes glittering with tears. I never meant to harm anyone. I thought the taste of my food would make up for everything else. I see now that I was wrong. I failed you all, and for that I am deeply sorry. Her words hung in the air, heavy with sincerity. The crowd's reaction was divided. Some people softened, moved by her apology. Well, at least she's admitting it, one woman said quietly. But others were less forgiving. Sorry doesn't fix the damage you've done, a man shouted angrily. Nkechi nodded, accepting the criticism. You are right, she said. I can't undo the harm, but I promise to do better. I will shut down this restaurant and work on improving myself. When I come back, if I come back, I will be with a clean kitchen. It will be a clean kitchen and a clean conscience. With that, she turned and walked back inside, leaving the crowd to despair. Over the next few months, Nkechi's kitchen remained closed. The once vibrant restaurant was now a ghost town. Its door locked and windows shuttered. The scandal left a lasting impact on the community, sparking conversations about food hygiene and accountability. The dust of the scandal settled slowly over Onitsha. For days, the streets were filled with whispers about Nkechi's kitchen. The one thriving restaurant was now abandoned. Its colorful sign faded in the harsh Onitsha sun. Passerby glanced at it with a mix of regret and disdain, shaking their heads at the thought of what had been uncovered. Nkechi's public apology had left an impression, but it wasn't enough to quell the storm entirely. Her admission of guilt has sparked conversation about hygiene in food businesses, prompting customers to scrutinize other vendors more closely. But for Nkechi herself, the fallout was personal, painful, and far-reaching. Inside her tiny apartment, Nkechi sat alone, staring at the ceiling. The sound of the bustling street outside felt distant, like the life she once knew. The phone calls had stopped. The loyal customers who once sang her praises had vanished, replaced by silence. Her assistant Ada had moved on to another job. The landlord of the building where Nkechi's kitchen operated had sent a polite yet firm notice that the space would be leased to someone else. Nkechi had no choice but to confront the wreckage of her decision. For the first time, she began to think deeply about her habits, the shortcuts she had taken, the shortcuts that she has taken, the disregard she has shown for cleanliness, and the arrogance that has blinded her to the potential harm she was causing. The scandal also left the community gasping with their own complicity. For years, they had flocked to Nkechi's kitchen without questioning the condition under which the food was prepared. Now, many felt guilty for ignoring the warning signs. Didn't you notice how dirty her apron always looked? One woman said to a friend at the market. True, but the food was just too good. I didn't think it mattered, the friend replied. Local health inspectors, brought into action by the uproar, began visiting other fruit vendors in the area. Several stores were shut down for violating hygiene standards, leading to a broader reckoning within the community. Though Chibundu's exposure has been widely praised, it also brought her unexpected challenges. Some members of the community accused her of ruining Nkechi's livelihood. You could have handled it differently, one man told her during an interview for a follow-up piece. Now she's out of a job and people are still falling sick from other food vendors. What did you really achieve? Chibundu struggled with this criticism. She knew her intention had been good, but the aftermath felt more complex than she had anticipated. She resolved to do more than just expose problems. She wanted to help create solutions. For Nkechi, redemption began with education. She enrolled in a food safety course offered by a local organization. Determined to learn everything she had ignored before, the classes were tough. Nkechi found herself sitting among the younger students who had sneaked at the lack of knowledge, but she persevered. She also began volunteering at a community kitchen where she worked under the supervision of trained chefs. They taught her not just the importance of hygiene, but also how to organize her workspace, manage waste, and ensure her ingredients were fresh. The dust of the scandal settled slowly over Onitsha. For days, the streets were filled with whisper about her kitchen. But that didn't stop her every day from learning more. I want to start again, Nkechi told her instructor one day. But this time, I'll do it right. Months turned into a year, and Nkechi slowly rebuilt her confidence. With the money she had saved from her previous business, she relocated to another town and opened a new restaurant under a different name. The new restaurant, called Silver Spoon, was a reflection of Nkechi's transformation. The kitchen was spotless with stainless steel counters and neatly organized shelves. A sign near the entrance proudly declared, "Hygiene is our priority." Nkechi hired a small team and insisted on regular training sessions to ensure they upheld the standards she had learned. She also implemented an open kitchen design, allowing customers to see how their food were prepared. One day, as Nkechi was serving a table to new customers, she noticed a familiar face in the crowd. It was Chibundu, holding a notebook and a pen. Nkechi's heart raced as their eyes met. For a moment, she feared another expose, but Chibundu approached her with a warm smile. "I have heard about the changes you've made," Chibundu said. "I wanted to see for myself." Nkechi nodded, her voice steady but humble. "I have to change. What I did before was wrong, and I am grateful you exposed me. It gave me the chance to start over." Chibun ordered a plate of jollof rice and chicken. As she ate, she couldn't help but smile. The food was just as delicious as before, perhaps even better, but this time it came from with assurance of safety and care. Words of Silver Spoon spread quickly, and the restaurant began a symbol of redemption and resilience. Nkechi's story inspired other food vendors to improve on their hygiene practices, proving that it was possible to balance good taste with cleanliness. Chibundo wrote a follow-up piece titled "The Second Chance of Nkechi's Kitchen," the chef who changed everything, which highlighted Nkechi's journey and the broader impact on her transformation. The article resonated deeply with readers, many of whom praised Nkechi's courage and determination to change. As Nkechi stood in her gleaming kitchen one evening, preparing for another busy day, she reflected on her journey. The road had been painful, but it had also been necessary. She smiled as she stirred a pot of steaming soup, this time with a clean spoon. For the first time in years, she felt truly proud, not just of her food, but of herself and how far she had come. We have come to the end of the story. I hope you did enjoy the story. Hygiene is key. Cleanliness is next to godliness. If this is your first time stumbling into my channel, you're highly welcome. For my returning subscribers, a big thank you, please. My family, don't forget to click on my subscribe button and turn on your bell button to get other updates.